welcome to the Pioneer Sideline. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney, episode 145 in the first episode of the new semester. So let's get right into it. We got to get you up to date on all the fall sports, starting off with a little volleyball action. Pioneers have been in action throughout the fall thus far, off to a hot start, getting things early on. And here they host their own little tri-match this past Saturday, taking on Midway out of Kentucky in their new conference, the KIAC. Pardon me. And here you see the Pioneers, the past AMC champions, getting things off to a hot start. But it's going to be Midway with the big block on the outside there. Midway up early, but Point Park, this is a dominant team that they are, coming back in. And it's newcomer right here, the Swiss Hammer, Kalori, new face for Pioneers, gets it there. Wurtzel adding on to it, and they keep things rolling. Well, you're going to watch this duo throughout the contest as Point Park gets another block, just another block in the wall there between both of them. Kalori coming up big again. 16-1 run Point Park goes in this first set to take it 25-10 after Kalori. Again, there's long arms of the law taking things down with another block. Midway, second set, coming right in. Point Park, though, answering back. That time, it's Wurtzel one more time. Midway trying to get back into it. Got a little deflection there at the outside. It's close, but Point Park, again, too much. Oberacker, and oh, so good. Lindsay Oberacker finishes it up 25-6. Point Park sweeps Midway 3-0. You see Kalori 11 kills, 5 blocks. Wurtzel 8 kills. Point Park rocking a 485 hit percentage in that match. They would take game one. Later on in that afternoon, this past Saturday, Point Park would take on Shawnee State. Bit more of a matchup for the Pioneers as they would go the length of the match, going 3-2. Point Park gets the victory against Shawnee State, former AMC rival in the past. Oberacker with 10 kills, Wurtzel with 10 kills, Kalori and also Shawnee State matching up. Point Park 12-2, 2-0 in the KIAC. But we just got information, Point Park give them another win, 13-2, 3-0 in the KIAC. They beat Carlow University this past night about 20 minutes ago before we started the show. And we're going to bring in our analyst here, Teresa Davis. You were with us last year, Teresa. You were for the ride that was the Pioneers volleyball team into the NAIA tournament. And again, new conference, same result, really.
Right. I mean, I was listening to Mike Bruno talk, and he is very excited for this year and the outcome. He wants to take it one game at a time, and he believes that they can just accomplish and expand on what they accomplished last year, and I think they can do that.
And you take a look at last year's team and to this year, and you didn't really lose much. That whole team is there. I mean, we got to go through our season preview here, and you look, there really wasn't any loss, but you get some big additions for the Pioneers.
Yes. Last year, they only lost 2 middle hitters, and that was Rachel Stadina and Brittany Loda. And they combined for a total of almost 500 kills and 228 blocks each, or together, rather. And if you think of the newcomers, we have Livia Kalori coming in, and she really fits that role well that both of them had missed. I mean, she's coming in at 6'3", middle, and she's already doing a phenomenal job. She didn't have much practice time either at the beginning of the season, and I do believe that she's adapting well with the team, even though she hasn't practiced.
Now, you take a look at the new conference for the Pioneers, the KIAC. We talked about this last season, making the transition from the AMC. So this Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. Pioneers, I mean, taking a look at their competition from what we've seen so far between the Pioneer Invitational and that tri-match this past week, really, I think the sky's the limit for the Pioneers here, Teresa.
Yeah, I do think so. I don't think Midway was the best matchup for them, and because they really went 3-0 with Midway, and I think the Pioneers actually started out slow. They were just kind of lackadaisical, weren't really getting in a system. There was no strategy until they really started to play together as a team and start putting these blocks and the hits down. And I think Midway was kind of a breeze to get through. But if you think about Shawnee State was great competition to watch, and there was an upbeat tempo to the game. And it was really enjoyable to see both of those teams just getting at it.
Now, and that's the thing, is as weak as from what we're seeing, and not, I guess not to the level of Point Park here with the KIAC, there's really only one other team they're going to say competes with them, that's Indiana East. But some of the other competition the Pioneers have, is it good to go out and really challenge yourself like a Northwestern Ohio who was here 2 weeks ago, and Shawnee State again, another match that went the full distance?
Right, absolutely. It's always better to play teams that are better than you. It makes you just expand on your own skill set. And I think that's what this Pioneer team needs because, I mean, they're playing against some pretty good teams in this conference. And these tournaments that they're going to, I mean, the sky is the limit. And I think they can accomplish a lot this season.
Well, we will see, Teresa, as the Pioneers go on the road, 13-2 as of right now, undefeated in the conference, so off to a really, really hot start for the Pioneers. We're going to step away. Teresa, thank you very much. We'll see you throughout this season to keep you up to date on all your Pioneers volleyball action. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Alex Sala is going to join us in studio from the men's soccer team, talk a little bit about how their season's going as they get started. So we'll be right back.